Welcome to Woosh TV. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 natural disasters. Before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to Woosh TV for future updates. A natural catastrophe is a catastrophic occurrence that occurs as a result of Earth's natural processes. Examples include firestorms, dust storms, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, and storms. A natural catastrophe can result in fatalities or property damage, and often leaves economic harm in its wake, the degree of which is determined by the affected population's resilience and the existing infrastructure. The following are the top 10 natural disasters. Number 10. Earthquake. Earthquakes are triggered by movement inside the crust and uppermost mantle of the Earth. They range from events that are too faint to detect except with sophisticated technology, to rapid and violent events lasting several minutes, that have resulted in some of human history's worst calamities. The following table categorizes earthquakes by time period, region, or country, year, magnitude, cost, fatalities, and number of scientific research. Number 9. Flood. A flood is an outpouring of water that submerges normally dry ground. The term flowing water can also refer to the tide's inflow. Floods are a subfield of hydrology and are a major source of concern in agriculture, civil engineering, and public health. Human-induced changes to the environment frequently increase the intensity and frequency of flooding. For example, land use changes such as deforestation and wetlands removal, changes in the course of waterways, or flood control measures, such as levees, and larger environmental issues such as climate change and sea level rise. Flooding can occur as a result of an overflow of water from a body of water, such as a river, lake, or ocean, where the water overtops or breaks levees, allowing some of the water to escape its normal boundaries, or it can occur as a result of rainwater accumulating on saturated ground, resulting in an area flood. While the size of a lake or other body of water will vary according to seasonal fluctuations in precipitation and snowmelt, these variations are unlikely to be regarded important, unless they cause flooding or drown domestic animals. Number 8. Typhoon. A typhoon is a mature tropical cyclone that forms in the northern hemisphere between 180 degrees and 100 degrees east. This region is referred to as the Northwestern Pacific Basin, and it is the world's most active tropical cyclone basin, accounting for over 1/3 of all tropical storms on an annual basis. The northern Pacific Ocean is separated into 3 regions for organizational purposes: Eastern, North America to 140 degrees west, Central, 140 degrees west to 180 degrees, and Western, 180 degrees to 100 degrees east. Tropical cyclone forecasting is conducted by the Regional, Specialized Meteorological Center, RSMC, in Japan, with other tropical cyclone warning facilities for the Northwest Pacific located in Hawaii, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, the Philippines, and Hong Kong. While the RSMC assigns names to individual systems, the primary list is coordinated among the 18 countries, whose territories are affected by typhoons each year. The 2004 Pacific typhoon season was extremely busy. It lasted the entire year, but the majority of tropical cyclones formed in the Northwest Pacific Ocean between May and November. These dates are traditionally used to denote the time of year when the majority of tropical cyclones form in the northern Pacific Ocean. Number 7. Tornado. Tornadoes are violently rotating columns of air that come into contact with the Earth's surface and a cumulonimbus cloud, or, in rare instances, the base of a cumulus cloud. Windstorms are frequently referred to as twisters, whirlwinds, or cyclones, although the term cyclone is used in meteorology to refer to a weather system with a low-pressure area at its center, around which winds blow counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. The tri-state tornado, which raced through areas of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana on March 18, 1925, has the most records in history. It was most likely an F5, considering tornadoes were not classified at that era. It set records for the largest route length, 219 miles, 352 kilometers, the longest duration, about 3.5 hours, and the fastest forward speed for a big tornado on Earth, 73 miles per hour, 117 kilometers per hour. Additionally, it is the deadliest tornado in U.S. history, 695 dead. The tornado was also the most expensive tornado in history at the time, unadjusted for inflation, but has subsequently been surpassed by several others, if population changes are not taken into account. When costs are adjusted for wealth and inflation, it is currently ranked third. Number 6. Wildfire. A wildfire, bushfire, wildland fire, or rural fire is an unintentional, uncontrollable fire that begins in an area of combustible plants, typically in rural or urban regions. A wildfire may alternatively be defined more precisely as a forest fire, brush fire, bushfire, in Australia, desert fire, grass fire, hill fire, peat fire, prairie fire, vegetation fire, or veldt fire, depending on the kind of vegetation present. Many organizations define wildfire as an unintentional and unwelcome fire, whereas wildland fire is a broader word that encompasses both controlled and wildland fire use (WFU). These are also called monitored response fires. The first evidence of wildfires comes from Silurian rhiniophyta plant fossils, preserved in charcoal unearthed in the Welsh borders, about 420 million years ago. Smoldering surface fires first occurred 405 million years ago, prior to the early Devonian period. During the Middle and Late Devonian, low atmospheric oxygen levels were associated with a decline in the amount of charcoal. Number 5. Tsunami. Tsunamis are a sequence of waves that occur in a body of water, as a result of the displacement of a significant volume of water, most commonly in an ocean or a large lake. Tsunamis can be generated by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other underwater events, including detonations, landslides, glacier calvings, meteorite impacts, and other disturbances, above or below water. 6. Unlike typical ocean waves, which are caused by wind, or tides, which are caused by the moon and sun's gravitational pull, a tsunami is caused by the displacement of water caused by a massive event. While Japan has the longest documented history of tsunamis, the devastation produced by the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami event ranks as the most destructive of its kind in modern times, killing over 230,000 people. Tsunamis are also common in the Sumatran region, with earthquakes of varied size frequently happening off the island's shore. Number 4. Landslide. The phrase landslide or, less frequently, landslip refers to a variety of ground movements that may include rockfalls, deep-seated slope failures, mudflows, and debris flows. Landslides occur in a number of habitats, including mountain ranges, coastal cliffs, and even underwater, where they are referred to as submarine landslides. In Yellowstone Park on August 17, 1959, a magnitude 7.5 earthquake caused a landslide that blocked the Madison River and created Quake Lake. On October 9, 1963, the Monte Toc landslide, 260 million cubic meters, 9.2 billion cubic feet, fell into the Vajont Dam basin in Italy, producing a megatsunami and approximately 2,000 deaths. Number 3. Heatwave. A heat wave or heat wave is a period of abnormally hot weather that may be accompanied by significant humidity, particularly in nations with an oceanic climate. While definitions vary, a heat wave is typically defined in relation to the area's average weather, and to the season's average temperatures. Temperatures that individuals from a hotter region consider usual may be referred to as a heat wave in a cooler area if they deviate from the area's normal temperature pattern. June 2019 was the hottest month on record globally, with the consequences being most noticeable in Europe. Climate change is expected to increase the likelihood of heat waves occurring up to fivefold in countries like Europe. Among other effects, heat waves can be blamed for an increase in wildfires in regions like Spain. Number 2. Blizzard. A blizzard is a severe snowstorm with sustained winds of at least 56 km per hour, 35 miles per hour, and persisting for an extended length of time, generally 3 hours or more. A ground blizzard is a type of weather event in which no snow falls, but loose snow on the ground is lifted and thrown by strong winds. Blizzards can be enormous in scale and typically span hundreds or thousands of kilometers. The 1972 Iran blizzard, which killed an estimated 4,000 people, was the deadliest in recorded history. It dumped up to 26 feet, 7.9 meters, of snow and completely engulfed 200 villages. After nearly a week of snowfall, an area the size of Wisconsin was completely covered in snow. Number 1. Volcanic eruption. Volcanologists have recognized several types of volcanic eruptions in which lava, tephra, ash, lapilli, volcanic bombs, and volcanic blocks, and other gases are ejected from a volcanic vent or fissure. These are frequently named after renowned volcanoes that exhibit similar activity. During a time of activity, some volcanoes may exhibit only one distinct kind of eruption, while others may exhibit a whole sequence of types in a single eruptive series. Magmatic eruptions generate juvenile clasts, as a result of the explosive decompression caused by gas emission. They range in size from minor lava fountains on Hawaii, to catastrophic ultra-Plinian eruption columns more than 30 kilometers, 19 miles, high, larger than Mount Vesuvius's 79 eruption that buried Pompeii. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.